Hey everyone, it is 5:53 on a Thursday morning, and today my friend Luis and I are headed to Cuba. We've been wanting to go for years, and finally the day is here. I'm going to make a movie about the entire trip, so you guys get to come along as well. To Havana, and we're staying here with an amazing family, Teresa, Cristina, Lázaro, and Juan. If any of you ever come, you have to stay with them. They're great. And I'm really looking forward to talking to them throughout this trip to kind of learn a little bit more about what they think about the politics here in Cuba and also, the politics around the world. And I'll get to that towards the end of the video, but right now I want to take you on a little tour. So come on, let's go. Made it to our fourth and final day here in Cuba. It's been such an awesome trip, and the flight leaves in just a couple hours. But before we head to the airport, I wanted to come sit on the Malecon one last time. I think you can see the water there behind me. And we'll see you back in Miami, and we'll debrief there. Welcome back to Miami. I want to take a second and give you a glimpse into an aspect of Cuba that most tourists don't bother looking into, and that is the reality of life for the Cuban people. Cuba is a communist country, so everything there is in some way controlled by the government, including food rations. Let's draw a picture so I can show you what the food system looks like in Cuba. Each month, the government gives every Cuban rice, beans, brown and white sugar, 5 eggs, 1 pound of chicken every 2 weeks, 1 packet of coffee, and half a bottle of cooking oil. Every day you're entitled to 1 hamburger bun for bread. Milk and fish are effectively unavailable unless you're sick or a child under 7. Fresh produce is not given out as part of the rations, and most people can't even remember what beef tastes like. Free food? In theory it sounds great, but guys, this is far, far, far from enough for people to live on. The average Cuban makes $20 per month. If you're on the lower end, it's about $15. If you have some sort of government or high-paying job, you're looking at about $26. Let's say you want to go on a date one night for beers. 2 beers cost $3, or 1/6 of your $20 monthly salary. 1 piece of cake, a little under $2, or 1/10 of your monthly salary. Want to have some milk? 1 kilogram of milk powder on the black market will set you back $21. Guess what? You can't even afford it. So how does this relate to all of us in US-Cuban relations? Most people I talk to in Havana welcome an increased American presence, but there's a crucial caveat. When you go, which you have to, be as careful as you can to make sure that your money is going to the right places. Airbnb, for example, has been a phenomenal change in the quality of life for the Cuban people. Don't stay in the luxury hotels and go to the tourist shows, which effectively direct deposit your money right into the pockets of the government. Stay with Cuban families, buy from local vendors, and take private taxis. This is the best way to ensure that your trip to see a beautiful country also helps its citizens as best as possible. If you have any questions or comments or want recommendations, I'm happy to help. We'll see you next Sunday evening at 8:30.